today's stream was going to work, so I just been telling him. I figured I usually wear my rider's outfit, but since it's water.org charity, I put on the Admiral's outfit today.
Oh, there you go. Do you happen to have one of those fancy water.org capes yet?
I don't. They won't be available until next week.
Oh, yes, for the next release. That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yep.
So as price.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, is that Wind?
It was Wind.
She's probably reconfiguring her buttons for where to talk and what to say, things like that. Preparing her script.
The first time that I went to a BMC Crafting Fair was great because I won a gigantic two-handed flaming sword, which would have been very useful to me if I wasn't a mage. I wound up, I believe, giving that sword to Jenny, though, at that time, so she could use it.
Yeah, at that same crafting fair, I actually ended up giving away my one flaming short sword to Lord British, and he was using it all the way up until the wipe. And we heard you again, Wind.
For a moment.
She's getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
I heard can.
I heard can you, as in can you hear me now?
I think we're
Either
turning
that or
this
she's
into a
announcing
commercial.
travel plans.
She's experimenting with her configuration.
Sure.
It's okay.
Apparently this evening, Eclipse Maiden is going to be closing out the stream with a pillow party for Shroud of the Avatar. So I don't know what's unveiled in that. I'm pretty sure we should bring video.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry to interrupt.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone in the call. How are you this morning?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Weasel, how are you? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle indeed. I am fantastic. I am energetic. I am caffeinated, and I am streaming.
Sweet.
What's not to love? What's not to love?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, I tell you. Absolutely marvelous.
All right, so we're starting off here at the BMC Crafting Fair. I love crafting, and I love crafting in this game. I have spent no less than probably 80 hours out of my 230 in this game crafting. So I really enjoy it.
That's very impressive, actually. I have a little over 1,000 hours on Steam, and I've been here since it started, and you have a fifth of that, and you've been here since just before the last release. So you've been playing a bit, haven't you?
I have
He's just
indeed.
been playing a titch.
Just a little.
I have indeed. From killing things to crafting to random dancing in weird
Which he's doing
places.
right now on top of that topiary.
Not only just the random dancing, but you have also found the guillotine multiple times.
Yes, the guillotine is amazing, and if you lay down just right, it looks perfect.
Now, Lump, you talked about this yesterday. You actually went to the bank and broke out the red dress for the stream, didn't you?
I did indeed. I broke out my red dress just for this event, because why not? It's for a good cause, and we're all having a good time. I got my red dress, I got my cape on, I got metal gauntlets on, and a hood. Why not?
There you go.
I'm a sexy beast right now. Just saying. Just saying.
I've got Lump on camera over here, sitting there dancing on top of that topiary with his red dress on. He's looking sharp up there.
Oh, yeah, sharp indeed. So, what's everyone up to this morning? We're here at the Crafting Fair. Why doesn't someone give us a little rundown of what we're doing here in the Crafting Fair?
You're up, BMC.
Yeah, we were hoping Wynn would be here for this, but the BMC Crafting Fair is now, I believe, a monthly event, Jack. Is that correct?
Yes,
They
it
do
is.
it once a month. And again, it was started several releases back to showcase the crafting inside the game. And back in the very first crafting fair, of course, Lord British came along and crafted his very first Maker's Mark item. And ever since then, the crafting fair has been quite the event.
Hello, is this working?
There
Yes,
she
it is.
goes.
Yes, it
There
is.
she goes.
Yay.
Now, maybe we should let Wind actually discuss what the crafting fair is.
Hello, Wynn.
Okay. Hello.
We were just
the
talking
crafting-
about the crafting fair, yes.
All right, the crafting fair was put together by BMC at the request of Lord British. Oh, sorry, I've got. Hold on.
Three
I
other
had-
people in your ear.
Yeah, I had to mute everything. I'm sorry. Okay, so at the request of Lord British, we put together a crafting fair, and we bring all the mats, and anyone can ask us to put something together for them, and one of our crafters will teach them how to make whatever it is that they're looking for.
It's
That's
possible
fabulous.
to make flaming wands.
That is
Yes.
brilliant.
And now
Let me ask Drake.
And now the BMC supplies all the items necessary to do the crafting during these fairs as well, correct?
I know that it is possible to make wands that have different types of stats. Drake, is it possible to make flaming wands?
I don't know if you can put gems on it.
He says he hasn't been able to put gems on the wands
I
yet.
haven't tried.
I've actually put gems on Lolly's wands that I gave him.
Okay,
wands
then.
of crushing with fire enchantment.
Okay.
So you
So
can
then-
create a flaming wand.
Yes.
They just,
in theory.
I don't think they have the fire animation on them. Is all.
Oh,
Hey, we got Morbius TV over here in the NBN News channel and Twitch. Welcome again, Mobius. Yeah,
Now,
just
you-
listen in. You'll get an idea what the crafting fair is all about.
Now, you guys at BMC have been doing this a while. Maybe it'd be a good time, since we're covering a crafting event here, if somebody could speak up and just tell us a little bit about the history behind BMC and Ultima Online and now Shroud of the Avatar.
Okay, we only have 3 BMC members here. Which one of us is going to field this?
I think, Jack, you
I
probably
didn't play
have
Ultima Online, so it's Jack.
Okay,
Jack
I
has a better grasp of the BMC's history to recant it for us.
Okay, so 17 years ago, in 1998, the BMC began as a guild of miners, and from there, it went ahead and merged with another mining guild that I was actually our third in command was actually in that guild, but it really did begin as a group of Ultima Online crafters and miners as well as blacksmiths. So the Blacksmith Alliance, the Britannia Mining Company, which were originally miners, and so you ended up with all these crafters getting together and trying to have fun with the market and help people out, learn how to actually use the in-game tools in order to craft. And if everybody that's streaming right now would go ahead and hit B on your keyboard, that actually brings up your crafting book, and you can actually go through it a little bit and show what some of the recipes look like in-game, and just page through it real quick. And at this crafting fair, we're teaching people how to craft, which means that if you look at some of the shouts from like Woodrow and some of the other people in game, they are actually telling you to get your wood and wax here for the longbow. So if you don't know how to build a longbow, they will give you the materials and tell you exactly step by step what process that is to actually craft that item. In game, once you've learned a recipe, it stays in your recipe book, or you can actually do it the old man's way, which is buy the recipe out of the store, but that's never fun.
Not at all. Those recipes can.
And
add
it
up
gets
pretty
costly.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
So it comes
Now,
down to
again-
whether or not you want to learn from a player, or whether or not you want to experiment on your own, or whether or not you want to spend the money and buy it from the NPCs who already have it logged. So there's a lot of different ways you can approach it.
Yes.
The learning aspect is my favorite. Yeah, the fact that somebody can teach the other person something inside the game is really what makes the difference, in my opinion.
It really does, because instead of having to go out and buy it, instead of having to just randomly do it without knowing what you're doing, someone can actually instruct you. And to me, that's kind of a great thing, because I started off buying recipes, then I guessed a bunch of recipes after I bought a few, and then just asking other players, hey, how do you do this? And, they tell me, I craft it, and then it's in my book for good. I love that.
And also, Shroud of the Avatar is a little bit different because each material that's used for the crafting actually instills a different attribute to the actual final product. And so you can end up with a sword that actually has 30% haste on it, or 30% attack speed, and then additional fire damage as well. So you end up with a variety of things based off of the materials that are used to craft an item.
And there are
Winfield
so
and Manuel
many
with
different
us now.
materials. Like, I think iron gives you crushing when you make weapons instead of iron, which is great. I use a lot of iron because it's hard to find to get all the whole white and meteoric and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I love that. Like, every different item gives you different attributes. You would think that, if I made a sword out of copper, it would be different than a sword out of iron. So I really enjoy that.
Now I'm just taking a look around, and I just pulled up my nameplates of people, and I just wanted to point out to everybody out there the representation of the different guilds and cross sections we have represented here. And here's Winfield actually coming up to the gates, getting ready to enter the crafting fair. But there is a great representation of just different guilds. We got SOTAGamer.com, Phoenix Republic, Weeping 7, Bear Tavern, 4B, Pack Slayer, Aether Vision. I mean, there's a host of different guilds and character types and cross-section of players. OOV's out there. I just wanted to give a shout-out to all those folks.
It's really great. One of the biggest draws to this game for me, aside from the fact that the gameplay is actually fun, as a pre-alpha at that, the community in this game astounds me. I was not ever a part of Ultima Online, as I was not a PC gamer until about 2.5 years ago. I have never experienced a gaming community quite like this one. And it really kind of sealed the deal for me when it came to playing this game, which is why I've got over 200 hours in the game since the end of release, 16 was it? So, yeah, I mean, so many great people always coming together, hanging out. Even though they're different guilds, no one's sitting there bickering about anything, which I really enjoy because the bickering gets old fast.
The community is actually remarkable, and one of the things that sold me right off the bat as well. Again, people like Kaz and Phoenix Fire here, my partner in crime, Jack, yourself. I mean, when you came on the scene, it was, you just brought a little extra twist to things that we already do around here. And it's been, just, again, the community makes it great. This is, everything you see here has been placed and set up by the players in the community, and everything is going on. The players make this all happen.
Well, it's
They really
interesting.
do.
I mean, everything
Go
in
ahead.
this game, from the economy to the politics to the decoration to the building of houses to the ownership of towns, is driven by players.
Correct.
I don't think that there's been that many games or that even approach that level of player control.
No, I would have to agree, definitely, with that.
Yeah,
Where did Winfield get off to?
Maybe he went fishing.
No, I'm back by the
Surprised me.
blacksmith. Back by the blacksmith.
Oh,
we
Winfield is
just gave
here.
away a
How you doing,
prize.
Winfield?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Elsa.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Yeah.
okay?
Yes,
Yes, we can.
I saw you
good.
come in, and I was looking for you. I lost you while we were panning around and looking at other things.
I have to get back here and to the blacksmith and make some fish hooks. I need some
There
fish
you
hooks. Yeah.
I would love to be able to craft lures for fishing. I think that would be amazing.
If they did implemented that, are you going to go with fly fishing? What kind of fishing are you going to be doing?
I prefer just like standard sit around, hanging out with friends fishing. Fly fishing's too much work for me.
Yeah, that makes you wonder, can they put in different types of fishing? You know, when we have sailing, can we have deep sea fishing compared to just fishing in the lake or river here locally around the towns?
That would be fantastic.
That would
Yeah.
be brilliant.
You know, use of nets when you're out in the ocean compared to using a fishing rod when you're on a lake or a river.
We'll never hear from Winfield again.
I tell you,
He would never come back.
I'll never.
You will
come
never
inshore.
see him again.
That's
Well,
right.
you might
Just
see
give
him
me a
again.
decent boat. Yep, I'm off. Yeah.
And then he would PK you for infringing upon his fishing territory. Because he would find the sweet spot and he would just hog it for the rest of his life.
somebody would
not
have
true.
to deliver ale out
I
to
will-
him over there.
I will share it with my best friends. How's that?
That is
It'd be a
after they
legend,
provide
like the
you
day
with...
that Winfield's ship left the harbor and he was never heard from again.
Comes back 20 years later, loaded up
The
with
ca-
fish, bearded,
That's right,
and grizzly.
And my castle will have cobwebs and spiders and people wondering where he has gone. He's
The
out
Legends
fishing.
of Winfield. The Legends of Winfield.
Some say his castle is haunted.
Haunted
All
by
the
the
fish.
fish he could not catch.
The one that got away.
There you go.
Winfield's actually caught a fish.
Of course.
Just
Haven't
one.
you? Just one.
Oh,
It was
okay.
really big, though. It was really big. Really big fish.
I know. I quite enjoy feeding the fish once a day.
Oh, you
It's
feed
a-
it at Courage Rock, right? You feed
Yep.
the fish.
Once
Okay.
every single day, I feed the fish. I got a couple people here who want to say hello.
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 Hello, everyone.
Those are my
Hello.
little munchkins. They just wanted to say hello.
Hello there.
One of them's currently dancing around the front room. The other one's giving me a weird look.
Now we have Xavier Starfall here in game making an announcement about the water.org event going on. So Lump, would you like to go ahead and give out the information for that?
What information would you like? Because I have lots of information. Let's see if I can find.
Websites, where to donate, what you can do.
Lolly, can you drop those links in chat? As I don't want to pull up another browser window because it'll lag my system.
I will put those into the Skype chat so you guys can.
Awesome. I did forget to put them in a little word pad this morning.
And,
That's where the streams are happening.
Now we have quite a few streams going here. There's got to be at least 3 that I know of. There's Lump, there's Jack, and myself. And
It's
I'm
probably
going to
5 or
assume
6.
that the Ether Vision Guild who's here is also streaming.
That's Lump.
That's
Lump.
me.
And then after Lump, I stream on that same channel, and then after me comes somebody else, and then somebody else, and somebody
Yep.
else.
Keeping the
Is
chain
it-
going all day long.
This is
Exactly.
Kazuto.
Yep.
Yes.
Kazuto's here.
On Twitch,
Man with
Kazuto
many
is
names.
Lolly.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yes, he is Lolinia, and I don't think he's ever twerked for me.
I was going to call him Lolliana.
That's definitely not it.
I've heard people call him that too. That's funny.
You know, it's important to note too. This I've said it before earlier in the day. You guys saw the update of the avatar yesterday, but I mean, this Water.org initiative is very, very interesting and successful. The way that both the Shroud of the Avatar community and, of course, Rise Up Gaming and the streamers that are surrounding this came together. You know, you guys set off with a goal originally to contribute $1,500, and within a day, we actually surpassed that in the Shroud of the Avatar community. And we now, on our last go-around, we're sitting at well over $4,000 earned from the Shroud of the Avatar community. and you got several $100s that have been earned in the Rise Up Direct charity page as well. That is considerable.
That's just
it
awesome.
really is astounding. Every charity stream, every charity event I help out with, it astounds me how generous people are. And it kind of just shows you that no matter what you see on TV, all the bad stuff you see on TV, that there's always, always so many wonderful people out there. And
Yes.
Shroud of the Avatar has quite a few of those wonderful people.
Yes.
And-
Thank you for donating for us.
Well, I think we thank everyone, people who donated, people who got the word out. It's been really amazing, and it's been really exciting. Portalarium has demonstrated their excitement about this as well. They're actually really excited that this thing come together. And I was reading up on Rev's write-up on the water.org thing, and every $25 that we earn earns sanitized water for one person with this program, which means that together we've earned enough money to bring so far in the week that we've worked together sanitized water to 200 people around the world. That's huge.
That is tremendous because
That is
it's not a
amazing.
one-time water thing they're getting. This is it's going to help them basically for the rest of their life. And to think that there's that many people who are going to have access to water, safe water for so long is just fantastic. And I'll admit, before I heard about this event, I had never heard about water.org. But I am so glad that I've heard about it now, because I've actually witnessed what happens to people when they don't have safe drinking water. I used to spend my summers at family's house in Mexico, and I have seen some people get sick and some people not make it due to poor sanitary conditions, and that's always comes from water. And it's really terrible. My uncle was a man who always made sure that I saw what life was really about so that I could be thankful for what I have. Even if I only have a little, to be thankful that I have that, because there are other people who don't. He took me to visit hospitals in Mexico and where these people couldn't afford for clean water. They couldn't afford to pay for the medications to help with the illnesses from unsanitary water. And it's I would say it traumatized me, but it did linger with me. It still sits with me to this day. Seeing all the things that I've seen, and as soon as I heard about this, I was just like, yes, I have to stream during this event. I have to spread the word because there are people out there who literally die because they don't have clean, safe water. And this organization, this charity group is going around the world, and maybe they're not giving everyone because they don't have the money, but they're helping everyone they can, and that is a big deal.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, it's not just giving them water to drink for a short time. It's literally 200 people around the world whose lives will forever be changed because of that. And that's with a $25 donation, you could change somebody's life. Just think about that for a second. Sit there and think in the U.S. Specifically what we would spend $25 on a day's basis. And that you could take that and actually use that to contribute to somebody's life and change it forever. That's huge.
I know people who spend more than that every morning on coffee. Skip a couple of coffees. Don't go to Starbucks this morning. Don't go out to eat this morning. Have a bowl of cereal or a couple pieces of fruit. And take that $25 and donate it. And you know what? I understand some people don't have $25 to donate. So spread the word. Just tweet it out. Go outside and yell it to your neighbor. Go stand at the bus stop and hand them a little piece of paper saying, here, donate to this. All right? I've literally done that before. I have during one of the charity streams I did last year. I literally went out with pieces of paper to the bus stop and handed them to people and said, "Here." A lot of people didn't like it, but I don't care. It's all about spreading the word. It's all about donating. It's all about making everyone in the world safe and feel good. Because life is what you make of it, and life is also what you make of it for other people, not just yourself. Just saying. I'm full of speeches, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for that guy. Can he be the next Lord British?
Ooh.
Now, I'm just curious. Did Winfield actually just win a prize while we were listening to that?
Yes,
was,
yes,
yeah.
he won a 10-pack guitar that was donated to the BMC by the Weeping Seven, specifically their leader Blake Blackstone. Blake is actually the reason why BMC is able to run so many events, because he donates to lots of guilds, other guilds, a lot of his items and stuff, so that we can set up events when we don't have the items or things that we need, because it's the start of the can't think of the word, the reset of the server.
Gotcha.
The character wipe killed all the resource pools that we had. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, that was what I was looking for.
Oh, and it is. It can. This update. It's pretty difficult to build up resources a little bit, since I can't do the multiple. What is it? The one where you don't necessarily exhaust the node.
Yes. The skill where it actually, if you hit a critical success, it would actually respawns that node right there.
Yeah, because I've actually hit ore nodes 4 times before, and gotten so much out of them. And then after they dropped the patch, after the R17, I couldn't do that anymore. And it's so hard to find stuff now.
Yes,
well, one of
that
the
was
advantages
meticulous
of
collection.
being a member of the BMC is when everybody's out there, the collective amount of stuff that can be gathered by the sheer numbers of people allows us to recover a lot quicker, because everybody shares what they get out there. See, if I get iron ore and stuff like that while I'm out doing my hunting, I'm not really big in blacksmithing right now. I'm working on tanning more so than that. And, I donate those to the people who need them. And so does everybody else. So they pool their resources, which makes it a lot easier to recover from that.
Yeah, having a big group to go out and do that is got to be a great help. Got to be a great help.
So I'm glad I won the contest or the giveaway. I guess it was a random giveaway. I got pine tar because my ship has holes in it, and it needs some fixing. And we're going fishing tomorrow night, and I need to be able to get it all patched up. Yep, so we can go fishing tomorrow night.
You don't want to sink out there in the water.
No, that's a bad thing. So I appreciate the pine tar, and we'll be able to get the fish or get the fishing vessel all fixed up.
I do enjoy the Sunday fishing in Paxler. It always ends up in dancing. I love it.
I know, it's always a good relaxation point, going from one week to the next, a chance to just unwind and just be berserk and have fun.
Indeed. It's always good to have a little time to unwind before the week starts. All right, so what stations do we have available here? I see we have a bunch of awnings up, people distributing things, I'm assuming?
Yes, so you can collect
maybe
things at the under the green awnings, and then the actual crafting stations are actually in the back, to where you can actually come back to the crafting stations and you can craft what you need to. And Drake Adius is there to actually facilitate that.
Yes, he'll walk you through it. Yeah, he'll go ahead and walk you through it, show you exactly how to make one. He's the one who helped Lord British make his flaming sword.
Nice.
But yeah, feel free to go to the stations and talk to them and use them. They're all very, very helpful.
Back, I had to step away for a moment.
Oh,
Yeah, I should have brought more crafting supplies myself.
Well, we have plenty of crafting supplies, I believe. So feel free to ask for any that you might need. Something that's going to happen... Sorry, go ahead,
go ahead. Oh. I was just going to say... Oh, go ahead. I'm quiet. Go for it. True.
Something that's going to happen at the end of the event for us to support water.org is we went ahead and we're going to be buying a wishing well, and the person at the end of the event will be winning one.
That is awesome.
Fantastic.
That wishing well looks amazing.
How do you
I
enter
didn't have
Very nice.
I didn't have a lot of fun, so all I could afford was that rain emote. But that rain emote it looks like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I was
new-
kind of listening to what people were wanting, and everyone's like, "I want a wishing well, but we might not be able to afford it." And I was like, "Hey, that'd be the perfect end event and big prize for this time." So
How do you enter that? Because I want to enter.
you show up. By showing up, you get an item, and when they give you that item, you get registered for a prize.
I think I got said item.
Okay, so I just need to find somebody to give me an item because I'm dancing on the wall at the moment.
Let me go find out who's doing that.
It's probably Xavier.
And speaking of Lolly, throughout this, we also have had some $20 Shroud of the Avatar gift tokens that were given out throughout the stream.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important to note. At various intervals throughout today's stream, we will be doing $20 giveaways, courtesy of Portalarium, who wanted to support this charity in basically every single way I could imagine.
Pretty much.
I will be harassing the channel nonstop all day.
In fact, we try to do once per hour.
And then, yeah. Let there be wiggles.
Wiggles are real.
Okay, so we're doing it different this time. Everyone who shows up is getting their name written down. And if you'd like a kit, you just ask Jade for a kit, and she'll get you set up to make something.
Okay, so my name's already written down there.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll just keep dancing on
Makes
the
it
wall.
easier. Just show up.
Pretty much.
Alright, I'm on my way then.
I don't think I qualify for the winnings because I am a member of the BMC.
I was just going to say I don't think we qualify as.
Makes us cry.
Well, sometimes I have events for BMC members who show up for volunteers. You never know.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So
I'd
There
rather
are-
see them go to the general public personally.
I just want to win everything. Just saying.
I know that feeling, Lump.
It's all good. I mean,
I know Lolly's there with me.
next week, Laz and I are going to be giving away lots of money for Shroud of the Avatar money.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Giving
Also
away
great
$100 next weekend.
Mm-hmm. That just
With
goes
the
to
raise
show,
that pays.
Portalarium has been doing this to try to make sure that all the people who are supporting Shroud of the Avatar's media campaigns and things have a little something to help them get their numbers up and support them, because Portalarium's awesome like that.
You know,
Oh.
I was really
Good.
astounded by Portalarium. First of all, when they offered, all the streamers the opportunity to come and stream the game for them, and then when they heard about Water.org, as soon as there were whispers at first that they were going to be doing something, and then they pop out and they show me all those wonderful goodies that they created for this event, and are donating a portion of the proceeds to this event. And that to me is something that you don't get out of most development companies, and I love it.
Yeah,
Well, I
they
mean-
go above and beyond, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, to take that even further, the very fact that we could call them and just broach this idea with them, that they would even take the call and consider it, that to me goes above and beyond what a lot of studios do, right? That you could send them a message and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this thing, and, just want to tell you about it. And that could have been it, and I think we all would have expected, okay, that could be it. But they're like, no, how can we help? How can we help do that more? That's crazy.
And it astounds me. It astounds me that they're willing to go that far. It goes to show you again how many great people there are out there in the world, and how giving these people are.
It's absolutely amazing, and brings me back, Kaz, and we were talking a while back about the player-run advertising campaign that the streamers started doing.
Yep.
Which pushed a lot of this into actual existence. That we know that they're not spending a whole lot of money on the advertising, but once the streaming initiative rose up, they were behind us 1,000%, and anything they can do for us to help us promote them has just been a wonderful walk in the park for everybody, I believe.
Yeah, and there's actually some interesting metrics around that because, as you know, what they basically did was they created the money to make this happen, right? They figured, what we would do is we would get a couple of people and we would bring them in access, and then to help with events, to get people in the door, so to speak, we would help with the giveaway things for all the different agencies, including your own. So they created that money, so to speak, just for credit that they could do, because they're not spending a single dime on advertising and marketing until the game is released. And when we started seeing the metrics come back, I mean, the money that they've created is basically paid back for itself multifold in the course of just one release.
Yeah, just from the influx of new players alone, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's actually just absolutely wonderful to see that actually in action, as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you kind of live through history here. There's not been a coordinated effort like this that's a unifying thing between a community and a development studio and like Twitch live stream teams and charity organizations and all this that has come together in this way that has happened before in this. It's a grassroots marketing campaign that's pretty unique to the sector when it comes to these kinds of games.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I said,
amazing.
I've never seen any community, including the development staff and the studio. I've never seen anything like this game before. And I won't stop saying it. I really love this community. I've fallen in love with the community. You ask my wife, she's always like, "Yeah, you're playing that game, right?" I was like, "Yes, I am, dear." I mean, I've never streamed any game as much as I've streamed this game. I mean, even if I can't hop on my microphone, I will stream random dancing in the woods of this game. I will end up in PAX Lair just chatting with people for hours and streaming it. It's great. I love it.
It's funny. It is really funny. We do beach parties with the BMC on a weekly basis, and it's just another dance party to some people, but the social aspect of it is just quite remarkable. For the last week or two, while I've been on the mend, I've been sitting Lazarus right off Owl's Head skill trainer, and the stuff that Jack and I experienced just sitting in one spot with the world gone by, people who stop by, it just makes for all sorts of fun stuff.
Oh yeah, the
really
fact.
does.
Oh, sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it, Lump.
I was just going to say the fact that you have, people who get hardcore into the role playing, people who are a little more casual, and people who just come in and chat about everyday stuff is great. And there's no gripes between any of them. I've been in some games where if you're not in solid hardcore RP mode, they just do nothing but berate you the whole time. They send you private messages and whispers about how can you do this, and then at the same time, whenever you're in an open area and you have people RPing, some games are just really terrible about that. They're like, well, no, role playing happens over there in that server or in that town, and the fact that everyone's just kind of they mesh so well is really awesome. Did we get mail?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. We actually end up with.
I got it.
Oh, okay. We have a very diverse community, and they're very understanding. Some of them even host role-playing classes, so that way you can figure out how to actually do things. You'll end up seeing everybody breaking all those conventions. But it's one where you know what? There's no real in character, out of game. Amber Rain, the host, the founder of Avatar's Radio, she actually has multiple personalities, and she will actually play as Ember Rain, and she'll do some role playing. It's kind of funny, but she breaks
Ember
that all the
Flame.
time. Yes, Ember Flame. Yeah, and it's pretty funny because it's like she'll just do a emote that's supposed to be her eyes changing colors.
Now, she does play the Chaos card very well, I must say.
All right, we had some local pastor that just came by and wanted to talk to me, but I didn't feel like it. So, yes, I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
But yeah, I don't know where we were. So what's going on? What's going on, everyone?
Pretty sure we were dancing.
I'm currently trying to find a radio for the event.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to take just a quick second here and about the crafting in this game. Okay, first of all, there is a lot you can do. There's a ton you can do. There's a lot of people dancing.
Yes, there is.
You do. And in order to make things, you have to go through the process as you would in life. You kill an animal, you don't just get its meat. You have to go, first of all, you field dress it to get what it has. Skin, carcass, whatnot. And then you have to go through the trouble to butcher it and get what you would out of butchering. Now, I have a lot of experience in killing, butchering, and cooking. I love cooking. Cooking is next to gaming and my family, or my family and gaming in that order, actually. Cooking is my passion. I love cooking. I cook every day. I cook just about every single meal for my family. We very rarely eat out and very, very rarely eat prepared food. And I love the cooking. I wish there was more recipes for cooking in game. Just saying.
Oh, there will be.
I'm
yeah,
sure
we're not even close to finished with all the other crafting things. I mean, we're just scratching the surface, in my opinion, at this point.
You should say that because Lord British did a roundtable, like a fireside chat almost, a couple months ago, and he spent, what was it, guys, like 2 hours or more just sitting there talking about how the nutrition system and cooking was actually the centerpiece to the entire game's economy. And
I'm looking for that nutrition system.
So, like, everything that you do in the game, they're planning to have, like, a nutrition system. And what I mean by a nutrition system is if you are a beefy fighter, you're going to want to eat more protein and carbs, right? But if you're a mage, you're going to need to eat smart food like fish and so on and so forth. And different foods are actually going to help you do your job better. And, when you go and gather those things, what you gather from nature actually, and it comes back from cooking in a large way, and that stuff actually forms the foundation for all the other crafts.
Now, I don't know if you've ever actually brought up your character stats. Based off that nutrition thing, there is a level of fullness that you can actually get. So if you actually bring up the V, which is your character stats, you'll actually see that there's an intoxication level as well. And Richard Gary,
my most important stat.
Oh, yes, it is. And based off, every time you drink a potion, potions always have some alcohol in them, and it will actually modify your intoxication level to where you can actually become drunk in game. The world should start spinning a little bit. You may fall down and do what you do in real life and hug the porcelain god. I don't know.
Dance 3.
Hopefully it doesn't come out both ends at once. That's a real problem. But then based off of like food and drink are buffs in game, and so currently if you eat food, it actually gives you plus 10 health regen bonus. Drinking doesn't really do anything yet, but it will eventually.
I look forward to eating lots of steak and potatoes with my tank.
Oh yes, Richard Garriott is playing around with a lot with the game mechanics to make it kind of cool. The next release, we also have our celestial system beginning to be implemented as well.
And that's going to be awesome. Seasons, holidays based on the movement of the astral bodies. I mean, that's the way he's explained it. It's just going to be another whole new concept in gaming.
If I may make a little bit of an announcement here.
By all means.
I just received a ping, and Sir Winfield has actually donated 5 water.org packages for us to give away during today's live streams.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Really?
That is
really,
cool. Now,
really.
Thank you so much, sir.
Am I able to participate in this one? That's the real question.
Let me see if I can get GMT in here.
I will log in
I wanna be
every
the
single one of my
handling
accounts for
this
that.
raffle because I want to win as well. So let me see if I can get GMT in here right quick.
Whatever we can do, to get more people, more eyes on the stream, more people watching, more donations, etc. But yes, he has, and we should definitely announce it in game, get people over to the stream as well. But he has given us a great, wonderful gift for us to be able to give away during the streams today. So thank you so much.
That is amazing.
That is awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Just make sure we have enough water in the world so we can do some decent fishing. That's all I ask.
That's right. We need more water so we can fish more.
That's it. Fresh water for the fish and for the people. What else can there be?
More rivers, more streams.
More rivers, more streams, more boats, more tar. That's it.
Now, let me just get this correct as I put it into the game. 5 packages to be given away on the stream.
Yes, for the water.org full packages.
I want to win one. I admit. But I'm one of the streamers. Sigh.
Lesai.
Lesai.
Streamers are allowed to enter the raffle.
Woohoo!
The only reason I'm trying to get somebody else...
Just so not just
to
you're not handling or streaming at the time.
Exactly.
When's my
Wait, so
shift end?
that only disqualifies Lump and Lolly, right?
You're out.
An hour and 15 minutes?
Well, it's funny because I think we've had one time in all the giveaways that have happened where a streamer is actually won, because we've had so many people from the community and so many outsiders that have come in at once. And I think the statistics were something like 70 to 80% of all the giveaways that have happened so far have actually been to existing Try to the Avatar community members. And the others have largely went to people who were getting the game for the first time, and then they're reducing the price. So it's had a really interesting effect of supporting the existing community at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten GMT to pull Moobot in here, so nobody better have any kind of problems with it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be
That
having
giveaway bot's
Moobot
the bomb.
raffles. So, yeah. Nobody better have problems with the Moobot.
Who's Moobot? And
Moo!
I've never used Moobot.
I know how to make it start the raffle and everything.
Oh, good. You can teach me.
Yeah, just watch what I do in the chat. Once GMT lets me know it's in, then we'll at the about 5-10 minutes we should be able to do a quick raffle. We'll do it for one of the $20 coins, and Lump, after your stream, do you have to immediately go?
I should be all right for a little while to
Okay.
stay on the call, but I'll be in the channel most of the day.
Okay. Then sometime during the first hour of my slot, we'll give away one of those water packages.
Awesome. Sounds great.
I wanted to make sure that Lump could get into it too.
I think Lump needs a package. I mean, he needs a little bit of everything. And so that way he can...
Technically, I only need the whale and the emote.
Okay.
Because thanks to Kaizen, I've already got a cape.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing that emote spammed the moment it's available.
Yeah. Right?
Someone's gonna get
Gotta make it
trashed out of game.
rain.
Jack
Someone's
Knife
gonna
was
get
telling
trashed
me he wants an emo haircut so he can walk around under the rain cloud all the time.
Gonna make it rain all the time.
In which case, he needs to make sure he has enough black dye and that it's working properly, so everything he has on is black.
Now, speaking of dyes, Silverglade just won a 4-pack of dyes in the raffle at the crafting fair.
Congrats.
Dyes have just made an entrance into the game.
And they are great additions that will be great for the game. Right now, they're somewhat functional.
Somewhat.
Yeah, well, they're in
functional, I love
testing.
Well, I think we'll be able to have more next release, but for now, only certain items actually can be affected by.
Yeah, and the items that are working, they look pretty fantastic when died.
Uh-oh. Why do I see it seemed that it crashed? Never mind.
What did you do?
No, nothing. It looked like the stream crashed.
Oh.
No? Maybe it was me.
We had somebody comment at the beach party that it would be nice if you can dye the underwear item that we wear as we go out to the beach parties.
That would be pretty great.
I don't know. I don't know about that because I can imagine the roleplay for that and what people would dye their underwear as.
And Keeney,
it's just going to be bad.
That would just make the individual. Yeah, testing 1, 2, 3. The individuality factor even higher.
Someone get town drunk a brown dye.
Yeah. Yes. We don't need to give town drunk the brown spot. and I don't know if you'll be able to dye it 2 different colors, yellow in front, brown in the back. Yeah, I don't know if that will happen.
I heard a sound. What did I hear? Is that a donation sound?
Either donation or hello.
I can't really see my OBS because it's all tiny and stuff, so I don't know what it was. But it was a nice sound. It's pretty.
We do. We have $10 more in donations on the give.water.org/riseupgaming channel. Now standing at 475 there.
Wiggle, wiggle! Everyone wiggle.
Wiggle.
If I had a camera...
And that was from Tolly Lardbottom, I believe, from Shroud of the Avatar.
Welcome, donator. Thank you. Awesome. I don't have a camera, otherwise I would wiggle for you. But so.
And we're gonna have to rise up and petition for a wiggle emote.
Yes, or a proper twerk.
Wiggle, wiggle. He says.
Where you bounce your butt. Yes, we need proper wiggling and twerking emotes. We need as many dance emotes as we can get because I love just randomly dancing places.
The twerk emote is a very special social issue that we have to address.
I totally agree.
It's been a big topic of conversation, that is for sure.
What's the use of stripper pole candelabras if we can't have the twerk emote?
I know, right? We need it. It's necessary. It is absolutely necessary. Look at all these lovely people joining the channel right now. Aegon, welcome. Damien Night Live, welcome. Amber Rain, wiggle, wiggle indeed, welcome. Welcome to the Rise Up Gaming channel as I dance at the Crafting Fair, because that's what I do. I dance everywhere. Just saying. Ben,
I even saw you dancing
welcome.
on top of a guillotine.
Yes, I dance everywhere. I was dancing on the top of a light post last night. I spent about 45 minutes up there, just hanging out, dancing, watching people run by.
I have to say the most impressive dancing location that I've seen so far has been Nilo Cortex finding his way on top of the Academy roof and dancing. And that building is not easy to access the roof.
I have tried. I have
never seen that done, but he managed to pull it off, God bless.
No,
yeah,
it looks like
we need as many emotes as we can get.
Yeah, Carlisle won a crafted sword by Darkstar. Star Long crafted
Nice.
it. Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
Lump, I was wrong with the time. You have an hour and 8 minutes, not 8 minutes.
Sorry, Lump, you got another hour, you can't win stuff.
Yep, an hour
No,
or
he
more.
can still win. He can still win. It's just that I was wrong on the time. We have
Yeah, I
Moobot,
know.
so we're covered. We're covered. Moobot is like a general bot all across Twitch.
So there's
Nobody
no
can
hacks.
argue with who Moobot chooses.
Yeah. No hacks on Moobot.
Nope. Now, what kind of a
Believe me, we've tried.
Are you going to do the guess the number one? Or are you going to which one are you going to use for the raffle?
I think the easiest would be to have everybody just enter who wants to enter, and then it just randomly picks from the list of
Okay.
people who've entered.
That's good. Yeah. Well, Lump can actually try on one of the other streams. So there are several packages,
Yeah, I mean, I'll
so
be
he
around
does
all
have
day.
possibility. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That just means he can like get the Twitch app for his phone and just use all of his data plan just streaming Twitch.
No, I plan on being home all day. I'll sit in front of my computer. My phone can't actually run the Twitch app because of my crappy carrier. I use Metro PCS, and they have been slowly phasing out my phone that I just got, and they want me to come get a new one. And I can't run like almost none of the apps on it now.
Now, I just recently got an update for the Twitch app, which now allows the live streaming. Is it the live streaming they added to it? There was something they just added recently.
I'm not sure what it was.
I'll have to look that back up. Because you couldn't join a live stream in progress initially on the app that I had, and they had just updated it, so I think that is possible now.
All right,
Depending on which device you have and which OS it runs, different versions of the Twitch app have all kinds of fun limitations.
I'm going to get this started.
Good point.
I'm going to do a $20 coin giveaway.
Oh,
Let's do it!
listen. Do it! Do it now! Do it good.
Do
Wiggle,
it.
just like you should.
Wiggle,
Yes,
wiggle,
wiggle.
wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Always gotta wiggle. I don't know exactly when I started randomly saying twerk and wiggle, but it seems to have caught on everywhere, and I like that.
Yeah, it's like a disease, man.
Now, are we allowed to
It gets
just spam the raffle command, or is it
It's only going to enter you once, and it's
Oh, okay.
possible that if you do it more than a few times, it will take you out.
Okay.
Moobot is like that.
Yeah.
He will-
Yeah, I
he
just
will-
wanted to
he
make
will
sure
pick
of the
you out.
rules. Because I do know
everybody
that
put
some
an
of them allow
exclamation point
spamming.
raffle.
Exclamation point raffle. This is
And you
for,
must be
$20
logged into Twitch.
No, this is
Or
this is
do-
for a $20 coin.
And we are
Meaning that
doing
If you
it.
don't already have the game, it lessens the price. And if you do have the game, well then, you just have some more money to upgrade yourself. Or get something from the
And-
add-on store.
Correct
Like
me
the
if I'm
water.org
wrong,
package.
Lolly, but you must be following the channel. Yes.
No.
No. Oh no. Awesome. But it would
Well,
be
we
great
hope
if
you
you
Never
do.
had that
did.
stipulation here, as far as I
No.
know.
No, but you must be logged into Twitch in order to participate.
Yes.
So
Yes, yes.
you don't
must
have to be.
logged in.
Yeah.
Good morning, Neandrew. How you doing? Did I just say Neandrew?
Yes.
That's what I heard.
Well then.
Morning.
I don't know
I
what
think
he just
that's
said.
Nivyat.
Nivyats. Nivyats. I feel like I'm speaking like another language when I say that.
Sounds almost
I
Russian.
believe
We
you are.
got a couple water elementals here. And now
Look
it's
at all
raining.
that. Making it rain. Look at that. Celebrating properly with rain. You know what? That's what I forgot to do. I was going to respec so I could use the Douse rain thing. But I forgot to do that last night. I had
That
to go
is
buy a new dress.
soothing rain.
Dress. Couldn't find my right dress. I don't know what happened to it, so I had to go buy a new one.
And again,
Right.
feel free to donate to water.org. Like, this is
Yeah.
an amazing charity for us to be able to fundraise for. Giving clean, safe water. People who don't actually have clean, safe water. I'm not just talking about dirty water, but water that could actually kill.
I mean, seriously, you take advantage of going and turning on your faucet. Believe me, you take advantage of it. I take advantage of that. All right, there's people who don't have that. They're drinking stagnated, bacteria-filled water, and the results are not pretty. So
And
we're
the fire is just making it rain here.
Yeah, it is just
Yes!
thunder, rain. It is
Let's get some
beautiful.
screenshots of this and send it to port. They'd probably love it.
Go ahead, do that.
Yes.
And just in case somebody doesn't understand taking advantage of a faucet, It's going to be a hot summer today this year, apparently. Did you have plans to go to the pool?
Right?
Seriously. What do you think? Yeah, that's cool. That's a lot of water. And this one we don't have that.
Yeah,
This
how
is
many
a sight
people
to
are
see right
planning to
here.
go to a pool over the Memorial Day weekend here? That's an absolutely good point. Look at all that rain going on. That's amazing.
I want to give out a shout out to Amber Rain. She is pushing off some of the excellent music on Avatar's radio right now.
So I was wondering, could I play Avatar Radio on stream or not?
As far as we're concerned, as streamers, yes. Because we play music that we want all the time.
Well, I wasn't sure about on this particular channel or not, so I've actually had the radio down this entire time. Normally I but thankfully there's a lot of great people to talk to. So
we experience stuff that it can be done, but we're not covered for copyright. And on rebroadcast, of course, that gets muted out via Twitch and YouTube.
Twitch can be a little moody with that, especially on rebroadcast. I think there's a little bit of leniency they give when it comes to live broadcasts. But of course, you're not covered by Avatar's radio's license, of course.
Correct. Now, if you're not worried about rebroadcast problems, then by all means, have that.
Yeah, I generally am not personally concerned with my videos on demand too much. If I am concerned for that particular stream, I take down all music and just stream without it. But mostly I just stream with music in the background because music is something for me. I am extremely ADHD, and music helps me focus. So without music, I tend to end up all over the place. So yeah, I love music. It's always playing on my computer, on my phone, somewhere in the house, always.
That's a beautiful thing. Now the question is it playing Avatar's radio all that time?
Since I found Avatar's radio, yes.
Since you found it, yes, right?
that is music.
Discovered it.
Yeah, so that is music to Amber Rain's ears.
Meow.
Well, we got to hand it to Amber. She's done one hell of a job in creating and keeping AR up and running. And of course, she will always tell everybody, it's the community, it's the DJs, and I believe it's all of the above. It was her who started it, and the community has come together to back her, and now she's got a really great family over at AR. And we here at MBNN really love and support AR as well.
That's right. I mean, it was her who brought it was Amber Rain who brought it together. And yes, while the DJs and the community really help, it's her, in my opinion, that keeps it all going. So yes.
And the
shout out Amber Rain.
First person to win is Raph Phoenix.
Woo! Say what? Whoa!
I'm going to kill you.
$20 coin you gave me. So.
Okay.
Yes, that's pretty funny.
Wow. Well, it's only fair then that I give back to water.org. So let me head on over there, and I'll put in a $10 donation as a thank you.
Sweet. I'm going to send that coin to you as well.
I'm going to end up having to sing at the end of at the end of my stream, aren't I?
If you want.
Yes, sir. That you will.
Definitely.
People donate so he can sing.
Donate, make me happy, and I will sing. And Lolly knows that even if I can't say the words right, I will still sing it.
Yeah.
We should do Frozen just for the...
I've done Frozen.
Your ass,
Frozen, yes, definitely Frozen.
I've done Frozen. I've done songs in Japanese. I've done songs in Dutch. I've done songs in French. My viewers sometimes request some pretty oddball stuff. So
we should do the Oscar Mayer Wiener song.
Oddly enough, I don't know the words to that. I'll have to Google the lyrics.
Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener.
That's what I truly want to be. As if I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. Everyone be in love with me.
There we
Well,
go.
that was random.
I think the only Oscar Mayer thing that I eat is their bologna.
Oh, well, then we have the bologna song.
Yep.
'Cause
How did that start again?
My bologna has a first name.
It's
It's O-S-C-A-R.
He has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I'd love to eat it every day, and if I could, this is what I'd say. 'Cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-A-G-N-A.
There you go.
Excellent job there, Lolly. Excellent.
That was fantastic. That really was.
when it comes to hot dogs, I go all beef. I go either Ballpark, Miller, or Hebrew Nationals. That's what I eat.
What about the Nathans? I mean, how could you forget the Nathans?
Send me your email, Kazan.
I'm telling you, I'm a Brooklyn
you know you
boy.
have that in.
I gotta go with Sabret's hot dogs over Nathan's. The classic New York dirty water dog.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't eat a lot of hot dogs. So. I think it's been about 10 years since I last ate a hot dog.
If I had
love
the
this
space
crowd.
and the equipment, I would make my own hot dogs. But
Yes.
it requires a lot of hardware to make hot dogs properly, and I don't got space in my house for that. We live in a small apartment. The kitchen is the same size as the laundry room.
SM all, huh?
Do.
Okay, the BMC Craft Fair will be wrapping up in just a few seconds. Or minutes, I should say, because we're actually over our hour right now.
I thought the crafting fair was scheduled for 2 hours.
I was told by Xavier it's scheduled for an hour. Am I mistaken?
Let me look at the player event guide.
I'm
No, it
looking
was an
as well.
hour. That is correct. Yeah, it
Okay,
is
I was going to
correct.
say, I
1
thought
hour.
we put it down to an hour because of all the other events going on today.
Yes.
We have upcoming the Port Phoenix storytelling event coming up
That's correct. And
in another hour.
and the storytelling hour has been one of the kind of, I guess you could say, it's been one of the more missed and also look forward to things. We basically have our people around the community who get a chance to basically tell their creative stories to individuals, and usually I either start at the beginning or end it off with one of the stories from Port Phoenix or the Phoenix Republic. We have other people who come up with lots of great stories.
I think I might have to.
And we just want to say hello to Tari on Cinesys channel over there. Welcome to the stream.
Why, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Now,
Tari.
Kazan, what is the difference between the storytelling event and the open mic night? Can you tell us
The
the
op-
difference?
The open mic night is basically anything goes. The open mic night is not just storytelling, it is creativity, it is song, it is comedy, it is basically paid entertainment, where we have a tavern, that people will gather in, and during open mic night we have a competition for creative enterprise, so to speak. So people will stand up and they will take the stage and take the mic, and they are paid to do that. So there's paid entertainment. It's as much for the people who don't participate as the people who do. Because the people who go and they sit around for the open mic nights on Thursdays, they know that they're going to have some participation in entertainment to watch, because people are getting paid to do that. And then the person who's the audience votes best for that night wins. The storytelling hour is something that's been going on for a while, and the storytelling hour has begun more or less as a more formal storytelling event, where it is strictly about storytelling, not about necessarily comedy, etc. It's more focused on role play, history, lore, Scholars of Nobody type things.
Now, while we're talking here, Xavier Starfall has announced that they're getting ready to give away their water.org package here at the end of the BMC Crafting Fair.
Yes, it's an entire package.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of great giveaways today. A lot of great...
It's going to be a lot of happy avatars at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
As well as hopefully a bunch of people who are happy that they are getting the support from the water.org monies
Exactly.
raised.
And
And William Serenite wins the water.org package here at the BMC Crafting
Nice.
Fair.
Congratulations.
I think they messed up. It
Congrats.
was actually supposed to go to Jack the Lamplighter because we are all Jack.
And I
You
want to
just
say
like
that it's
the
completely random. We use a random number generator. So,
When we're not having the previous one.
It's okay. It's okay.
Jack just wants the fountains.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't know. How many water.org packages do you own already, Jack?
I'm not saying.
we have 2 here.
I'm not saying. Yeah.
Jack is a supporter, and he has bought quite a few of the water.
Right.
I was one of the first ones to donate to Rise Up's event. So remember that link: give.water.org/f/riseupgaming. Then I also purchased some stuff off the store, and I did something else. I may or may not be one of the anonymous persons. May or may not be.
All right, I'm
You
going to
should
do a quick-
anonymously donate again, so Lump has to sing.
Oh,
the more
yeah.
donate so I can sing. I'm gonna bring it down and do a little talk.
Yeah,
little
but
real talk right
you're
now.
not wiggling though, and so
I know.
people only give when you wiggle.
I
Wiggle,
am
wiggle,
wiggling,
wiggle.
You just can't see it because I don't have a camera.
That's
I don't
no
have a
excuse.
camera.
Not an excuse.
My wife doesn't want people staring at me and falling in love with me.
Now,
So I don't
you know what a Mr. Wiggle is? You ever seen
Mr.
that that little air thing, the little tube that goes up and the guy sits there with his arms waving outside the storefronts? That's called
Inflatable arms wailing tube man.
Yeah, that's called a Mr. Wiggle. You should get yourself a little animation for your stream.
Oh, I need one of those, and I need one that's the bouncing butt, like a pixel butt, or like just two, or a bouncing upside down heart. Yes.
Now, Winfield is saying something about the water.org packages as well.
Yes, if you want to buy the in-game items, which also a portion of those proceeds go to water.org, that's just going to the shroudoftheavatar.com and then going to the add-on store. But I think we kind of prefer that we donate directly to water.org as well. And we can always
one of
listen
the
to
things
Winfield
that
type.
there's no bad way to donate.
No, there's not. This stuff is all about the community and giving back to those. And everybody needs access to clean water. Dysentery is not a fun thing to deal with.
By no means.
If Oregon Trail taught me anything, that's what it taught me.
You have died to dysentery.
There you go. There you go. Let's talk about a classic throwback there.
I do my best.
Oh man,
Classic.
Oregon Trail taught me something. Everybody dies.
That's what I thought the lesson was.
I remember Zork teaching me that I was eaten by a grue.
Oh my god. Zork or Return to Zork. Jesus.
Yes.
I was always a fan of Myst myself, actually. My old project
Myst
manager
was great.
Yeah, my old project manager at the job that I used to work at, actually, and one of my mentors, he actually worked on Myst, and he would, after we'd work on the projects at the VA, he would sit back and we'd have a lot of talks about how the brothers would basically design Myst, and he showed me some of the little 3D models that they had sculpted of the squeeze and things like that. It's very cool.
And we have Winfield and Xavier both as we might say, pontificating about the needs for clean water for people without, and just reminding people, that it's something we take for granted.
We do. It's like, oh, we brush our teeth and just leave the faucet on, not even thinking about that maybe other people can't get that water.
Making it rain inside the game.
I wish that water could actually be used.
Yep.
Put some rain barrels out and collect it and send it to people who can use it.
Pretty much.
And Harry Wonderwood is thanking everybody for coming out to the BMC Crafting Fair and thanking all of us streamers for carrying this event today.
I will be right back.
I know we're happy to be here in support of the event.
And we're glad to give back to water.org.
Or give to water.org. One of the two.
Yeah, something like that. We're just giving back to the community, and water.org is our charity of choice at the moment.
And Xavier is giving a shout out to Rise Up Gaming and NBNN today. That's always appreciated. We're always happy to be here to cover all these events in game.
We love covering the action.
Because this is what we do. We don't light the lights, we report the news.
We
leave lighting the lights to Jack.
Well, technically, Jack lights the lights, yeah.
Yes, I light the lights. Because we are all Jack.
Now, while we're talking about that, it might be a nice time to drop in. We would like to see the rags. I know Jack is pushing for that.
My character Jack the Lamplighter needs the appropriate dress for lighting the lights, like the NPC. I need those rags.
Again, hopefully we'll see stuff like that craftable, because I don't see why somebody shouldn't be able to role play a peasant like that if they so wish in this game. We still got a nice crowd out here at the BMC Crafting Fair.
Even though it is over.
Yeah. We do that.
It was only over 15 minutes ago. No big deal. We're still giving out prizes.
Just kind of hanging out.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well, see, it just goes to
We
show
have
you
decided
the
to
community.
hand out prizes until people decide they don't want to be here anymore, or until the next event.
Yeah, that's another 45 minutes.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to hand out prizes because we've got lots of them.
Now, what color dye are y'all handing out right now?
There's several different colors. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them.
I
just sent the contact details for Lord Blake Blackstone, who I asked if he wanted to come join us today, talk a little bit about his stuff that he's trying to do for the community, and give his own shout out to water.org. So, you want to add him to the call?
Lolly is not here at the moment. I don't know who started the call, but I'm guessing it was Lolly.
It was him. We'll drag him in here when Lala gets back. Give us 1 sec here.
I might be able to do it before that. Hold on.
Now, I think somewhere I actually have some black pigment if y'all need that as well. So I do have some black dye.
I'm just collecting things, going back to Owl's Head, and
Let
putting
there
it
be
in
wiggles
the bank.
and jiggles.
There be
Or
All of the
waters.
wiggles.
The wiggles are real, everyone. Open your
Wiggle,
heart
wiggle, wiggle.
and let the wiggle in, and let some of the money out of your pocket to donate.
Praise the Wiggle Lord.
Indeed, the Wiggle Lord is here, and he says, if you can't donate, spread the word. But if you can, you can.
There's another important thing, too, is if you can't do any of those things, then just remember not to take your access to sanitized water for granted. That's an
right.
even more important thing.
It really is a hard thing to realize if you've never seen the effects. Like I said on the stream here a few minutes ago, Google it. Google dysentery. Google
It is
contaminated
not
water and the
pretty.
effects thereof. It is terrible. It is horrible. It is traumatizing. It really is.
It's traumatizing.
I had an uncle, when I stayed with them in Mexico, would take me to the hospitals to visit people who were sick in the hospitals. And I saw some terrible things that I will never forget, things I was very angry for when he showed them to me, when he made me go there, but things that as an adult I appreciate him sharing that with me, so that as an adult I can look back on these things and realize how good I have it, even when I don't think I have it good at all. So, yes, don't take things for advantage. Just saying.
When you brush your teeth, turn off the water tap.
Exactly. I mean, you leave the water running. How many gallons are you wasting while you brush your teeth? I know if you're running the water nonstop, you're wasting several gallons at least.
At minimum, yes.
We have, like in my apartment here, because I live in public housing, I live in a housing project. We have low flow toilets, low flow faucets, and low flow shower heads. And you can still get very good pressure out of them. Just saying. Our shower head is low flow, and the way it's designed, we get fantastic pressure. So you can go do that too. You can go swap out all your faucets and stuff. Not hard. You can pay someone to do it, or you can buy a book to show you how to do it. And that's another thing. People take too long of showers. My wife, my son.
Just naming a few people.
I mean, I can get in and out in. See, as a kid, we had a huge drought here in California where they were limiting how much water everyone could use.
Well, you still have a drought out there.
Oh yeah, we still do. We had 2 good years, and that was it. We learned very, very quickly, because my mom would shut the water off on us, how to take proper showers really fast. Here in California, probably about 30 miles from where I live now, some vandals actually went and destroyed a dam and released 50 million gallons of water.
My goodness.
Yeah, I was really angry. And it was Thursday when it happened. And that's when I was starting getting stuff ready for my stream. And I was like, really? Really? This happens, and we're getting ready to do a big stream to help people get fresh water, and people are just wasting water.
Or destroying water.
Reason. Yeah, I mean, that's 50 million gallons of water. The estimated usage was 500 homes for 1 year. That was enough water. For 500 homes for 1 year. That was
amazing.
Just wasted. Yeah. And there are literally towns in California right now that have no water whatsoever. We're talking nothing. Their wells are dried up, and they are shipping bottled water in to those areas, and then people go and do that. Angers me to no end.
It's like people are like, I hope California splits up so...
Yeah, there's people who want to split California into a north and a south. But that's just ridiculous.
I hope not.
It is.
I actually also heard they wanted to split California into 7 different states.
It's never going to happen. There's a lot of.
Not going to happen.
There's a lot of bills that get put forward to do stuff like that, but it will never happen.
And I won't know every time.
So will I.
All we can hope for is that the weather patterns cooperate in the upcoming years and dump a whole bunch of well-needed rain out that way.
Yep.
Rain, snow, anything.
Yeah, our snowpacks are ridiculously low right now here in California. California currently has a water reserve of 1 year. And
even though there was supposed to be like a one that would last like 5 or 6 years, and the government and their infinite wisdom decided to screw with it, and
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
It's seriously though. I mean, water. People, I don't know. I honestly don't think most people realize what water means. I mean, yes, our world is, our planet is 70% water.
Water is life.
Only a tiny fraction of that water is actually drinkable. I mean, most of the water on this planet is either frozen or salt. It's like 1% of 1% or something like that is drinkable water.
Yeah, the number is actually astounding when you look at it.
Yeah, it really is. And it's just like, you think you can turn the faucet on and look, magic, there's water. It's magical. There's water. You don't even think about it as magical. It's just, you turn it on and there's water, you expect it. You expect it. What happens when your water goes out? What do? You panic. You run to the store and buy bottled water.
Yeah, and they buy like $20 a bottle of water that's like a couple of gallons. And, you know, organizations like this are paying $25 to keep somebody with sanitized water for years. So
yes.
It's really astounding. Skip on a couple cases of water.
I was just going to say that. For the price of 2 or 3 cases of water that you drop in your garage, you know, on a monthly basis, that's enough to keep one person in water for a lot longer than those 3 cases of water are going to last you.
That and a lot of that water, that's bottled water, is also just tap water.
It is. It's just extra filtered tap water. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. I've been to Calistoga. I've seen the bottling operation for them.
It's like
basically
run it through a big filter and then, hey, here it is.
Calistoga spring water. It's tap water. It's literally coming out of a tap. Just saying. K2, desalination, the biggest problem with that is that it is expensive. And very, very labor intensive. The current price for, desalinating a single gallon of water is ridiculous. What California has started doing is actually filtering sewage water. There are a few cities in California that have experimental sewage cleaning programs up, and they're running it back to the tap.
Yeah,
which I think every city's going to need to do.
Lump, I was going to actually say that was also brought up on one of my channels. But as far as the water reclamation, a few years ago, or about 10 years ago, they tried to do that, and certain municipalities actually protested, saying that they didn't want to drink water that had once contained pee or poo. Not realizing that fish do the same thing all the time.
All water.
All water contains pee or poo, and if it goes through a purification process, those contaminants are no longer in the water. In fact, that's what they do on the space station. They recycle all the water.
Exactly, because it's not like they're going to get shipments of water every single day.
Yes, and if you
They
are...
don't have no taps up there in space.
Yeah, and if you are eating vegetables, then those vegetables have probably fertilizer, which is laid over them in order to make the seeds grow, and it just goes on and on. That's just a mark of how, and that's why I love that we're literally using advanced technology, video games, streaming, things like that today. Those things to bring light to this cause, when it's those very things that have caused us to become kind of numb and not realize just how good we've gotten it because of those technologies.
Oh yeah, and it's going to come a point where people aren't going to have a choice. These different towns and states, they're not going to have a choice. They're going to have to filter sewage and drink it, whether they like it or not. And honestly, I'm not too scared of it, to tell you the truth.
No.
I mean, if it means continuing getting water to people, why not? Why not?
Well, the one thing that people do not talk about a lot, which is interesting, we're here playing Shroud of the Avatar today, and Shroud of the Avatar has its own set of crises and bad guys and things in Shroud of the Avatar, its own set of cataclysms that has happened, but we actually face, in the long term here on Earth, a very real crisis of our own, which is there's actually a very real water crisis happening across the planet. And one of the reasons why organizations like this exist is to try to kind of stave that off and figure out efforts to help save those areas, because some areas which used to have access to these kinds of things, either drinkable water or high abundance of water or safe and clean water, are not having them anymore. And as society kind of goes on and weather trends happen and change over time, you're seeing some of those areas that thought that they had it good at one point in time are suddenly suffering and don't have access to that anymore. That's a very real concern that could face all of us. It just so happens to be facing other areas right now.
I mean, it really is. I mean, like I said, there are areas here in California that have absolutely no water. I mean, honestly, that should bring it home to some people. I mean, we think the people who don't have water, we think about them in Africa, we think about them in South America, and
everywhere
they
else
have
in the world, but the United States is what you think
they
about.
had it. Some places have it really bad, and that's what we think about. But you also have to think about, look at home. We have places here at home that don't have water. I mean, I can drive 3 hours from here and find a town that has no water in it.
Yep.
And it's insane. And water.org is helping these other people around the world who don't have a country willing to come together and help them.
Absolutely. I see that we've been joined by Blake. Can you hear us, Blake? Are you out there?
Yeah,
Hello, Blake.
Can you guys hear me?
Absolutely.
Yes, we can.
Everyone,
How's it going?
please welcome Blake Blackstone, head of Blackstone Bluff and the Weeping Seven, to the call. I had
Welcome.
Welcome.
I asked Blake to kind of be
Wiggle,
part
wiggle.
during the community stream. We wanted to get a lot of different views and perspectives on Shroud of the Avatar to represent the game just as much as the charity. And I actually invited Blake to come on over, talk with us, maybe give his own perspective of his parts in the community, what he loves, what he is trying to do, things like that. So welcome, Blake.
Hey, thanks, guys. Actually, I wanted to talk about water.org first.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, our household we support them as a charity on a pretty regular basis. It's just such a good cause because people are without the basic need of life, and that's clean water. So it's a pretty good thing. So I mean, I bought my water wells.
How many do you have, if you want to tell us? That's been the running joke. It's like, how many wells did you buy?
I've got 5 total.
Excellent.
Blake might have more than me, but I refuse to confirm nor deny the amount that I have.
He just might.
I confirm nor deny that I have that many wells or not.
Or
I wanted to make a
cables.
suggestion.
Now I'm going to have to go count.
Sure. Go for it, Blake.
About giving and stuff like that. What my wife does for water.org is on her birthday, she asks everybody to donate, whatever year it is. She was 30 this year, so everybody donated $30, and then she turns that over to water.org or any charity that's, you've researched and feel it's a good thing.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, I always look into charities. You got to.
Yeah,
That
and
is fantastic.
once you get to a point where you actually can take care of yourself in life, there's a lot of people who forget that other people don't have the opportunities they have, and they tend to lavish in that, and over time they forget that that little bit of money that you're spending to better yourself and make you feel good. Yeah, you could make someone else feel a whole lot better. So that's a really noble thing and a really cool thing.
Oh yeah, and we take a lot for granted here in the States. I mean, that
Yeah.
you can go turn your tap on and there's clean water, and 20.
I got cut off abruptly.
Yep.
It took him.
Yes.
They kidnapped him. Oh no!
No.
It's because I found out that he had more water wells than I did, so I had to kick him off. Although
Is that what happened?
yes, although I do not have access to kick him off the call, as far as I know. That's
He just disappeared.
yeah.
You wiggled, didn't you?
Yes, I
You did-
wiggled,
you did
wiggled,
the-
wiggled.
You know,
Vanish
try to
and wiggle is powerful.
we should try to find a good group of people that are out there in the game and start pending them over this way, and maybe we can give out the first of those water.org group packages sometime in the near future. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe we could do so. We're going to have the next grouping of the event is going to be, I think, it's at storytelling hour, so we can do something at the offset of that if you guys want.
That starts in half an hour, right?
27
That
minutes.
is correct.
At least then
Yeah.
we can guarantee that we have a gathering so people can all see the message.
Yeah.
Let's
I'll
do
throw
it.
one in there too.
I'm sorry?
Okay.
Hey, welcome back.
Now,
Dropped out for a second.
yes.
Said he would
Y'all
throw
wanna-
one in too.
Hello. Are you
Hi.
on Blake?
Hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
¿Cómo estás?
Who was the
Aloha.
one who said they would throw a well in?
I believe Blake did.
Yeah, I'll throw one in.
Okay. So that means
Absolutely.
we have 6.
Yes, we have 6,
And me and
which is
Cornell.
that's just good because we're going to be doing this till what, midnight tonight, and so we could actually cross in some in between every maybe hour or two, between now and then. Give us an opportunity to have some of the $20 coins tossed out there, as well as the water.org packages. And again, there's no bad charity, right? No matter which way
Well,
you
yes.
give, as long as you're giving.
Oh, the coin! I got my coin in the mail. It's pretty cool. I don't know if any of you other guys have gotten one.
What cool.
Are you talking about the Sir Frank coin?
No, although I'm going to be ordering those.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about that. Portalarium actually had to help the initiative and drive people towards the streams and get them donating. They had actually created some $20 gift coins to just be given away during the event supporting the charities. So
Oh,
cool.
That's awesome.
yeah, there's a couple of different places where there's going to have handouts of $20 coins, and people from within the community and outside of the community can win. The idea is if you're from outside the community, then the game's cheaper for you, right? But if you're inside the community, then you can get shinies. So it works for both types of folks.
I like shiny objects.
You can get some swag.
I
Swag.
get distracted by shiny objects.
Ooh,
Squirrel!
shiny.
So in the lead up, Blake, while we have some folks here and watching, we have currently 58 people watching the stream at the moment. We've had some introductions from BMC during the event and some of the things that they've been doing. Why don't you give us a little bit of a kind of an intro of yourself, what you do, what your parts in the community are, et cetera, et cetera. Tell everybody about yourself.
Oh, sure thing. I played a UO a long time ago, and so I kickstarted it kind of a low. Well, I bought it at Citizen, and then I think it's natural for everybody to kind of up their pledge. I probably went a little further than most.
You
Just a bit, but we love you for
A little
it.
further than most. I just love
A
the
little.
laugh.
He was bit by the bug that we all know and know too well. Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
something the community might not know about me is I'm in the real estate industry, and I've been in it for a really long time.
Yeah, speaking of that, you actually told me something once when we were sitting around Woody's Tavern that I think would be interested. You have a view that you really want to use Shroud of the Avatar to really kind of teach people and show people, real estate and how real estate can work, and use the game to kind of show that off a little bit.
Yeah, that.
Did we lose him? Did you smite him again, Jack?
No, I did not. But
Put out his light.
no,
Yeah, I think you were breaking up a little bit there, Blake. I apologize.
He was, yes.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm still breaking up. I was just saying, I've got two things. It's one of them is a personal thing, and the other is for the game. I mean, for me, I've always wanted to do a development, so I get to put this town out there that's my vision for a game, and that's just pretty cool. And then the second thing is help people to buy and sell properties, and I'm using a lot of verbiage that we use in the industry, so people might be able to get familiar with it and stuff like that. I just think it's a huge positive for Shroud to have a living, thriving real estate market. That's my angle on the thing.
And that's pretty cool. And your town is called Blackstone Bluff, right? You want to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, Blackstone Bluff is a metropolis and 3 hamlets with a. I'm thinking I'm going with the Crossroad Village PvP town under it.
Nice.
And the way it will work is you can buy and sell properties freely. We encourage it. We'll facilitate that. And I think it's just going to be a really cool place to go. We have a prototype of our town up on blackstonebluff.com if anybody wants to look at it. It's going to be the only, right now, it's the only custom town in Shroud of the Avatar. Or will be. I'm sorry. Right now we're just doing that.
Yeah, and that's really neat. And the idea for the town and kind of the coordination between the different towns that are meshing together to create this bigger vision is actually kind of a very neat idea, I think. And it shows that there's a lot of different ways that you can go in Shroud of the Avatar. All the way from, there's of course going to be player run towns that you can actually just go up and snap up an area that you like and buy it with in-game gold and run it as long as you can pay the taxes, to towns like Winfields and Marcel's, which will be bought into at the base prices and things, and they're based off of templates. And then there's even the options that's out there for like custom towns for those who want a little bit more. So it really shows the way that the developers, in so many different ways and fashions, are willing to work with the players at each individual level,
Well, here's what I found out about Shroud of the Avatar since I, went with this undertaking is they support creativity. And that's what I saw in UO,
Yes.
however long ago, 18 years ago, that's what they wanted. And now technology's caught up to where they want to be to support creativity. I'm more into commerce, and we're setting up a big trade consortium and town and all that, but there's plays, there's books, I could sit here for an hour and tell you how many different ways
the
you
list
can play
goes
the game.
on.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
there's a news channel, there's a radio.
Yeah. Exactly.
We have a game show, we have a sport.
Yeah.
It's been amazing what's going on around here.
Like
Fingers are everywhere.
I see
Yes,
printing
Especially in
companies,
Gusball.
and we're just
Someone say
chipping the
Gusball?
surface, That's the cool thing.
And this is just before episode 1. This is pre-alpha. Once the game launches, they've rightly said a couple times that for anybody that's interested in the game now, their whole vision that they have won't even be truly taking its full shape until like episode 3. And episode 1 is just going to be the launch of this thing. Episode 4 and 5 and beyond are basically their pie in the sky. So they have such a long-term vision of all these different things that they want to support and where this is going. Just to be able to get in the game and do the shit that we do now, frankly, is pretty amazing. The player creativity, they just stepped in, the players, and they're just like run with it. It doesn't even matter,
And I have opened a raffle for people to enter into. This
Raffle!
going to stay open for about 10 to 15 minutes for the rest of lump stream, and
shall we be doing this raffle for the?
it'll be for another $20 coin.
Okay.
Because
Now-
since we had 10 coins and 10 hours, figure we'll find another coin in an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And I was going to say, should we go ahead and start relocating to where the next event is, Kaz? So that way we can start
Oh, I'm
setting
here.
up there. Oh, you're already there?
I'm here.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and announce that I'm going to start heading over there, and then I'm going to cut some shots. That way we can actually put this in my rotation and the NBN rotation for
Sure.
the different events.
Tell them to bring stories.
Lolly, grab me a link with that song.
Okay.
You know, another positive thing I see, and I'm not just trying to, I mean, I love Shroud of the Avatar, there's no doubt about it, but another really positive thing I see is we run kind of a newbie question answer guild, and at the beginning of each release, I see just people coming back. You know, I have a feeling when it releases, it's gonna
leave its mark.